The hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
bro. The hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout out to hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
One question for you. Let's listen to this. Every streamer is playing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre right now. I come to find out you're not. May I ask why? First of all, I find it very difficult to believe that every single streamer is playing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre right now. That definitely feels like a gross exaggeration. It just may be that there are particularly some popular streamers out there that are playing it. So the first thing I'm going to say to you, and of course I have no evidence of this, but this is going to be based on just common knowledge and experience, they're probably being paid to play the game. If all of a sudden every big streamer just happens to be playing exactly the same game at exactly the same time, it's probably because they were all offered a lucrative contract to stream that game a certain amount of streams to give it paid promotion. It's pretty easy to figure that out, okay? Now, in regards to me and my situation, okay? Number one, I already had set games that I was interested in this month, and I asked people what games they'd be interested in, and people told me they would want to see me play Armored Core 6. Someone even donated it. That's why we're playing it right now. If I hadn't played Armored Core 6, there might have been a chance that I would have checked out the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. But there's another reason I'm not too excited. It's an asymmetric survival horror game, like Friday the 13th, like Dragon Ball The Breakers, like the Ghostbusters game last year, like the Evil Dead game last year, like, should I keep going? Because there's probably another 10 I can mention. All spawning back to Dead by Daylight, which is still a prominent game, which is still a game that people ask me to play from time to time. In fact, I think every Halloween, is it not, that people say, hey, will you try Dead by Daylight again? Right? And, you know, so there you go. And that's what I'm saying, like, I already have played asymmetric horror games. I like them, by the way. Dead by Daylight, I actually really enjoy. But again, if I'm going to play an asymmetric horror game, I'll probably play the original and best, the one that everyone still talks about and wants me to play. They ask me every year to play it. All right? Now, it just so happens, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a Game Pass game. Okay? So, I'm already booked with a bunch of stuff. But if time freed up and people wanted to see me at least give it a shot because it's on Game Pass, maybe I would. But I guarantee you, this is one of those games, just like every asymmetric horror game besides Dead by Daylight, this is a game that will have popularity for about a month. And then a bunch of new games will come out, everyone will move on and pretend like the game never existed. That's literally happened with every one of them. Evil Dead, The Breakers, they all just, they die within a month. Because that's what they are. They're flash-in-the-pan memeable games to laugh at for like a day. You watch some big streamer play it, ha ha ha, then you play it once yourself, ha ha ha. And now you're on to play another big game that means a lot more. So, I guarantee you that by the time I would get around to having time to play it, no one's going to care about it anymore. But, you know. It's not a, oh, I'll never play it at all. It's, if there's time, and I guarantee you there probably won't be time. So we'll see what happens. Okay? All right.
These contributions are mandatory. Typically helps me more than anything.